Hey everyone, my name is Selik and welcome back to the channel. Before we dive in, I just wanted to say a huge thank you. This channel has been getting a ton of love lately and it's wild seeing so many new faces around. To everyone who's been here since the beginning, or even if this is your first video of mine you've ever watched, like seriously, thank you so much. Your support means the entire world to me. Now, let's get right into the video. Hey everybody and welcome back to the channel. So it has been a little bit since we have been back here to our forever world. In our last video, we went mining and we found some good stuff. We found a few diamonds. Not nearly as much as I thought we were gonna, but we got some. We got some. In this video, I want to explore the villager trading for the first time. This is something that I'm still very new in, and to be honest, I don't really know what to expect with that. So I would like to dive into it a little bit. So I don't know if you guys remember, but we do have a village over here, and I believe we have another village down there somewhere. Up there, there's a zombie village, so there's nothing up there, so we can't really do anything there. But we do have a couple options down that way, and I believe down that way, if I'm not mistaken. So we're going to go ahead and go down that journey today and see what we can accomplish, because I want to start getting enchantments and things like that, and I know that that's a good way to get them, so hopefully we can get something started. But yeah, let's get right into it. There's some nice fish in the water, so if we need some more food. Look at all these fish. I love this world, by the way. Let's just take a second. So this is something that I don't know if you guys ever do, but in games like this, it's nice, like, especially with like a lot of the shader packs. Like, this world just looks beautiful. Like, look at this. And it's just like this little area, it's like we created this. So I don't know. It's just pretty cool to me. But anyways, back in our boat. But I just want to say, again, just like the intro, thank you so much for all the love on the recent videos, and a big hello to all the new faces here. The channel has grown significantly in size since we last uploaded the Forever video, and I've even had some people go and watch some of the older ones and give me some pointers, and I truly appreciate that. That is one thing that I still would like if you guys are offering it, and that is tips and tricks, because I'm a total noob at Minecraft. I'll be the first to admit it. But I'm learning a lot, both when it comes to, older things on the game and even, a lot of the newer stuff. I've been uploading a lot of YouTube shorts lately, and that's something that I wanted to at least let you guys know, because I know you guys may not see those as often as these videos. I don't know how they really appear in your sub box or anything, but there's a gardening villager here. Okay, so I have 1 emerald, so I could get 6 bread for him. So the idea I want to do is one thing I do know with the villagers is that you have to like trade with them and to level them up. Now I know some are probably way better than others, but one thing I want to do, just again because it is a forever world, is kind of just max them all out, because why not? You know what I mean? It might get tedious, and it absolutely will get tedious, actually. I do know that. But I definitely think it's something fun that we could do, and, it just kind of adds more flavor to our world. Especially if we decide moving, we'll at least know what not to do. So that's something. We even got the wandering trader over here. Let's go see what he has. But yeah, like I was saying, we've been uploading a lot of YouTube shorts. I upload Monday through Friday on those, and those have been doing exceptionally well. And again, the channel has been growing a lot, and I'm just super appreciative to each and every one of you, and I hope you all know that, whether you're a brand new viewer, this is the first time you've ever watched my video, or you've been watching them since day one. But yeah, it's lots of awesome stuff on the way, and let's see what this guy's got. It's got orange dye. So I'm just looking at stuff I can afford right now. So I have 1 emerald. We could afford some orange dye. Now, the wandering trader, there's not really anything here that I want right now. I think we'll kind of hold off on him, but I did want to see what he at least had. But it doesn't look like he has anything good, and I think I saw a weaponsmith over here as well. One thing I did read up on, and by read up on, I mean watch a YouTube video, it was the villagers can like basically talk to the other villagers and make the prices better. And I think that's like one of the coolest things ever. It's just, I don't know, it's like a small community of just villagers just be like, hey, you know what I mean? I don't know, it just makes it funny to me. But it looks like we have a librarian, which I believe is actually good. But we don't have enough emeralds, so we could get a bunch of paper, and then we could get some bookshelves. We will need the bookshelves, so I'm actually kind of glad this is here because I do want to make an enchanting table at some point, and we don't have very many bookshelves. So that's actually good to know, but we do need paper. I believe I can get that from sugarcane. However, I don't believe we have too much. I don't remember how much we have at the house, but it may be time to get more. And feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. Like I said, I'm a pretty big noob at this game, so if I'm doing something and you guys are like, Salik, that is that is not the way to do it. It is totally okay. You know, I'm learning as we go, and it's again ton of fun either way. And I do genuinely appreciate all the constructive criticism that you guys have offered up to this point. It's been again great. But let's see. I'm just trying to kind of get a basis as to what this village has. And honestly, this dude is just chilling. I don't know what the heck this guy's doing, but he's just hanging out. But it doesn't look like there's too many villagers here. There's the two farmers that I saw, and then the librarian, which is cool, I guess. And then of course the wandering trader. But nothing that I really want to do right now besides the paper one. Let's go back to our house real quick and see what we have there as far as paper, because if we can get this guy leveled up, I think that might be a fun idea. I'm just gonna grab the sugarcane as I go. If this isn't the way to get paper, you know, let's be honest, it's probably not, and I have no idea what I'm doing, but at least I sound like I know what I'm doing, so hey, it counts for something, right? Alright, so I came from this way, we gotta go back. But yeah, I've been having a ton of fun with the YouTube Shorts, and you know I do want to keep up on this content as well. This content isn't going anywhere. I do have kind of a problem with my Cobblemon series though. It's not totally gone, but I need to figure something out because I have an issue with my world, and we may need to restart it. And I know that is bad news, but I honestly don't mind restarting if I have to. Just again because I haven't played it in a while, so it'll be kind of like a fresh start. But that is to be determined at the moment, so don't get too upset if that is a fan of a series, or if you are a fan of that series. You know, regardless of which, I want to bring it back one way or another, whether it's a whole new series or we just kind of, you know, continue on our old one. I really feel like either way, it won't necessarily matter, you know, as long as it's fun, and that's all that I can really ask for. I'm still really enjoying making content. In fact, this is the most motivated to make content I've ever been in my entire life, and you know I owe it all to you guys. It's been really fun, and I'm really enjoying it. And it's nice to kind of sit down and you know I almost feel like I'm you know hanging out with you guys when I make these kind of videos, because it's like these videos are typically you know I don't want to say super long, but you know long enough where you know you guys kind of play side by side with me, and you know you guys kind of do your own thing while I do mine, and you know, we all just kind of talk about it, you know, so pretty cool. Okay, so we did get the paper right, so that's good. So let's make some paper. So we got a lot of paper. We love that for us. We're gonna go ahead and go back to that guy. It's almost daytime or nighttime, so we might need to hold off on that. The one thing about this game, and I don't think this will ever change, I do not like going out at night. The whole thing with the monsters, I am not good at fighting them, and you know I've made jokes in the past with the combat expert thing, and while I am getting better, I still get bodied by zombies, man. Like it's something I will learn over time, but you know it's practice makes perfect, right? And we are far from perfect, but we are getting there. But boy, am I having a heck of a lot of fun trying. You know, I'm doing a lot of things in Minecraft that I've never done before, and it's you know something that you know in a way like I don't want to say it's scary because I think that would be a silly word to use. You know, a lot of humans are creatures of not of no change. You know, myself included. So creatures of habit rather, and you know a lot of times like if I remember playing this game back on the Xbox 360, and you know I'd play with a couple friends or whatever, and you know we'd build a house, you know maybe like make a couple things, and then we would just never touch it again until we got the itch again a few months later. You know I know a lot of you guys can relate to that, and you know it's one of those things that it's really nice to you know avoid, because it's like again it's like a whole new game, and you know know a lot of people that, told me that, like, hey, shader packs and, different mods and all these things can really enhance the experience. And it's honestly really true. Like, if you're struggling, like, just simple things like a shader pack can really enhance your experience with this game. And it's whether you're playing on Java or Bedrock. It's like, look at this world, man. Like, I know we looked at it earlier, but it's like, it just looks so beautiful. Like, it's this game kind of like transforms in its own ways, and makes it just super, super peaceful. Now, of course, at least in my opinion, games are always much better to play with friends. And, I love playing multiplayer games and, all that. But, just getting on here and just kind of relaxing and, in a way, it almost is multiplayer, because, again, we're all, kind of hanging out together. You guys probably have me on a second monitor while you're either building your base or in a cave right now, or heck, you might be on your lunch break at work. It's an exciting thing, and that's one thing I feel like a lot of people don't really think about enough when it comes to, like, the internet is, a lot of you guys are from all over the world. I live in the United States. I have some people that live in the Netherlands, Germany, the Philippines, wherever. And it's like I would never have thought of being able to, like, kind of engage with these people, any other way. And it's just super awesome. And that's one of my favorite things that this whole YouTube thing has really, brought to me is just the diversity of things, and, just being able to, seeing all the walks of life and everything. And it's super awesome. It is super awesome. And, it kind of reminds me of playing on Celicraft server, or the SMP. There's a bunch of different people on there, and, I feel like we've all kind of became friends, whether it be in the Discord, which, by the way, if you're not in there, I would 100% recommend joining. Why did my game just pause? Anyways, I would 100% recommend joining. We have a lot of awesome people in there. We just kind of, discuss things that we might want to add to the server, or even content wise, or, anything. And, speaking of content wise, I do want to say I will be making more videos on the server as well, just over time. I've been really enjoying making, like, documentary style videos, just about Minecraft as a whole. I think I finally found something I'm good at. And, I've always wanted to kind of get into, like, narrating things. And I think that is, like, I'm not going to say my calling, but I'm having a lot of fun doing it, just, like, playing this on the side as well. But I do want to rotate those kind of videos, because right now I am uploading probably 6 days a week, for this point forward. So lots to come, lots to come. So we're going to go ahead and just trade as much of these as we can and see what we can do. All right, so we got 4 emeralds. We got the achievement, what a deal. How do I look at that? Why, there we go. Successfully traded with a villager. Okay, awesome. So we don't have a lot of paper left. We have 21 paper, which is not a lot, to be honest. Which is not good, but it's okay. Hey, he has an emerald. So for 9 emeralds, we can get a bookshelf. So what we really need to do right now is make a sugarcane farm, I think. I think that is what we absolutely need to do right now. We have more sugarcane back at home. I probably should have did that before we left, honestly. I really thought that we would have gotten way further than what we were right here. But that's all right. That's all right. One thing I do want to say as well is, I've said this before in previous videos, but I'm in no hurry with this, right? This world, I don't care how long it takes. I plan on playing on this forever. Like this, when I say forever world, I need you guys to believe me that this isn't a 2-week phase. I mean, I feel like I've proved that at this point. It's not a 2-week phase, and I genuinely plan on playing on this world forever. At least my single player world, that is. But of course, I'll hop into some multiplayers every so often. Which, by the way, check out Celicraft SMP. Super fun. I enjoy it anyways. But don't take it from myself. Go ahead and try it out. IP will be in the description. So if you want to give it a try, it works on both Bedrock and Java. I swear I had more sugarcane. Oh, yeah, I made paper. I'm losing my mind, guys. Absolutely losing my mind. So we need more sugarcane, because this is not enough. So me making all that paper actually was not a good idea. I mean, it wasn't a bad idea, but it definitely could have been a better idea. I'm going to go ahead and put this away, because I don't think I have any more. But let us see if we have any. Okay, we have 33 more. That's actually massive. Okay, good news. Good news. We have 33 sugarcane, which is awesome because that means we can plant 33 more. Now, I need to find a place to plant it. So I might just kind of keep this going along the edge here because I feel like, honestly, that's probably just our easiest bet. But I need some grass blocks, which, again, gotta go get. So let's go ahead and go back in the house here. But I really still do enjoy doing these kind of videos where, I just play, you know what I mean? And just kind of do everything like a live action, per se, I guess. It makes, I like watching videos like that myself too. It kind of makes it feel more authentic. But I do want to do some more series on the channel, whether it be like trying out certain mods or, kind of, living out like a scenario or something. I know I've talked about it in the past, but I have a lot of inspiration from people like Forge Labs and, all them. I love their content. And, I would love to make videos like that someday, either with my friends or like with you guys or, whatever the case may be. Also, I know I can put it on the edge here. I just want to do it this way just to kind of add some structure to it because I know I can't put it on gravel, I don't believe. So I just wanted to kind of make it. Okay, so I can't put it there, but I can put it here. Okay, good to know. But yeah, I have a lot of inspiration for people like that. I love watching those kind of videos. Super entertaining. And, it makes me just want to make my own version of it, which makes me excited. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm super motivated right now to make content, and I'm having a ton of fun, absolute ton of fun. And my favorite part about all of it is like being able to like engage with you guys, like every comment that gets left on my channel. I try to read all of them. It's kind of hard with shorts sometimes, I'll be honest, just because they get kind of pushed to like a bigger audience. But I do try to at least read all of them and kind of take your criticisms and things like that because at the end of the day, I want to make the best content I can and still have fun with it, right? I've also said it in the past. The moment I'm not having fun with something, you guys will definitely be the first to know, and things might change up, whether it be just kind of like the kind of style of videos or whatever the case may be. But one thing that I do know is the Forever World is a staple to the channel, and it's the reason why a lot of you guys are here, and it's something that I also really enjoy doing. So it's again nice to sit down, kind of hang out with you guys. Again, I consider this hanging out with you guys and just kind of chat. You know, even though like at the time of recording, sure, I'm essentially talking to myself, but I know that there's going to be people out there, whether it be on Discord, YouTube, that have comments about whatever. And again, truly grateful for that. It's just amazing. I don't know why I came back here. I was gonna actually keep going. I got too lost in the sauce talking there. But I'm pretty happy with our farm there. So let's squid, excuse me, thank you. I did make a video on I really enjoy learning about all of the old mobs that like happened in the mob votes. And I have a lot of shorts on those. So if that's something you guys are ever interested in watching, if you haven't already, definitely feel free to check those out. I eventually do want to make those into full videos as well. And of course, if it's not your thing, absolutely no worries whatsoever. I just really enjoy doing it, to be honest. It's a ton of fun. I'm the type of person that loves learning new things, and just learning kind of all these things that even I didn't know about these games. Specifically Minecraft, and kind of informing other people and having the same reaction with them. It's kind of cool to get all that information out, and just kind of as a collective whole, be like, wow, that's crazy. I didn't know that. You know what I mean? So I definitely enjoy doing that. But I think once we get the villager trading underway, because I definitely want to get an enchanting like room set up. I do still think I want to move at some point, so I might get all the bookshelves I need just because we have the librarian there, and then we might pack up shop. Now, the reason I want to move is the savannah is not my favorite biome by like any means. And I kind of liked it at first. Like for me, it was like different, you know what I mean? So it was like one of those things where it was kind of new, but After playing more Minecraft and, having a little bit more experience with it, and again, it's not a bad biome. It's not me. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't feel like me. And honestly, I feel like our builds later are going to get a lot better. And don't get it twisted, I'm still not great at building. But I keep getting roadblocked by these squids. I'm still not great at building, but we will get there. And it's something that will come over time, and it's right now we're learning villager trading, which is something I have zero experience in. Again, at some point I want to kill the Ender Dragon. I'd love to explore a lost city in the end. I've never done that. Using an elytra. I've never actually used an elytra, so I just actually got one on our Cellarcraft SMP. Still have never used it. So it's just sitting there. But I'm excited to really dive into the meat and potatoes of this game, and have you guys right here with me the entire way. It's pretty awesome. Another thing I want to start doing too is fishing. I love fishing in this game, whether it be just vanilla fishing or kind of like our texture or our resource pack on Cellarcraft SMP. We have a bunch of custom fish. I think we have like 90 or something like that, maybe more. Actually, I think we have more than that. But I have a really cool dude named Alien. He made us a fully customized resource pack and just fully customized fish, and it's awesome. Like in our latest edition, we added different like cameos of like SpongeGar and all the SpongeBob stuff. A couple more Finding Nemo fish. Like, I don't know, just a ton of cool stuff, and it's pretty awesome. But it's getting dark out again, so allow us to get back here. Got some more sugarcane, so at least we can kind of say we made a sugarcane farm, I would say. And we're kind of learning the villager trading a little bit. So this village, again, doesn't have too much stuff, which is a little disappointing. But at the same time, it's not the end of the world, because I feel like for the librarian, I feel like we got I don't want to say a good one, but definitely a decent one for our first one we wanted to try with, just based on the whole bookshelf, situation. We currently have 4 emeralds, which is not very much. Hey, wake up, man. Thank you. Okay, so it's 9 emeralds apiece for this. So we're going to need a lot more sugarcane. So that's going to be something we are definitely going to have to work on. If there's an easier way to get paper, please let me know. This is the only way that I personally know of. But if there's an easier way, let me know. Obviously, I'm sure I could make like an auto farm or something, but I am not nearly as complex as a lot of you are with that. That's one thing I've learned with Cellarcraft SMP is there's a lot of you that get on the game and it's crazy in like all the best ways. Obviously someday I'll learn to, get there, but it's you guys min-max the crap out of this game, which is really awesome because it's like I totally get it. As I'm sure some of you know, I used to play a lot of World of Warcraft, so it's like I know how it is to like get the min max out of things, and I'm excited to kind of try to push that here as well. Let's go ahead and park the boat. Let's go ahead and park in our dock. We'll make it look good. We will make it look good. Look at there he is, Captain Buzzalot. Fen, if you're watching this bee, I may move. But this bee is coming with us. I will put a leash on here, and we will move him with us. I don't know what it is yet. Or, once we finally get a happy guest at some point, we'll fly him through the air. But the happy guest will come at some point. When? I don't know. Our first Nether experience was abysmal, to say the least. And, we haven't quite bounced back from that yet. But we will get there. We will absolutely get there. But I think we have enough sugarcane for now. We're probably going to need a hell of a lot more. But for now, I think this is good. What I'm thinking, maybe in the next video, it really depends on how you guys feel about this one so far. Or, if I'm doing something completely wrong, we may completely change gears in the next video. But I really, really want to get the bookshelves. I think that would be a big thing. And obviously I know I need a lot of sugarcane right now, so hopefully these grow a lot sooner than later. And then from there, I could always just plant more. Maybe we can get like a big area for it to make it a lot easier. But there's a lot of monsters outside. There's an Enderman over there staring me down. Not a fan of that. And there's the zombies. I don't know if you guys watched the last video, but this world definitely has a mob problem. There are so many mobs everywhere. Like, it's actually insane. Actually insane. Like watch, I'm gonna look out the window and there's just gonna be burning everywhere. See, there's one. All right, well, there's one so far. You guys can get the hint. But yeah, that's that for you. But cool, the sugarcane's gonna grow. I definitely want to continue on learning villager trading. I'll probably do a little bit more research, and then if you guys leave any kind of like advice down in the comments on it, please let me know. I would really like to make this as smooth as possible, but we'll get there one step at a time. And I do want to finish my barn as well. I know I talk about this all the time, but we'll get there as well, because I'm not gonna lie, it gets kind of like annoying. I don't know if you guys feel this way too. If you're just like in your house and the dog just keeps barking and crying, and then all the animals out here just making all the noises. So when we do end up making our barn, again, I don't plan on having it here, but if we do, I'm definitely going to move it. So, like, it'll be a little bit further away so we can just be at home in peace. Because all the cows just sighing, all the pigs just winking, and then all the chickens over here. Why can't I pick up that egg? Let me pick it up. Alright. I'm not going to want to do this in front of you guys. But I'm going to throw the eggs. Oh, we are 0 for 2 that time. Oh no, chicken, come on. Man. Hold on. We can't lose our chicken. Chickens are a hot commodity here. Come here, chicken. Oh, this is going to be a mess, because once I bring it over here, they're all going to want to come over here. Come on. Come on. Come in here. Come on. Ooh, too slow. Too slow. You got chickens. Where's my pickaxe? Uh-oh. Guys, something bad has happened. I must have pressed Q at some point, and my pickaxe is gone. As to where, I don't know, but we might end up finding it. Now this is funny, because you guys are like that. Dang, that seller guy, he's a noob. Yeah, I am. All right. I have literally lost my pickaxe. It is gone. I'm trying to retrace my steps here. We are wow. At least it's not like enchanted or anything. So I guess that's good for what that's worth. Did I put it in my chest accidentally? I genuinely don't know where this thing is. Okay, I did. Whew. I thought I lost my diamond pickaxe. That would have been very, very bad. Just because we don't have a whole lot of diamonds for that right now. Oh man. Okay. I'm glad that crisis is over. That was a quick crisis, but we did it. But I'll go ahead and end the video here, guys. I appreciate everybody once again for this YouTube journey. It's been super great. Again, thank you so much to all the new faces and all the people that have been here since day one. I wouldn't be anywhere close to doing this without you guys, and it has been so much fun. Like it brings me so much genuine joy each and every time I upload or make a video. Like I really have an itch to make videos, and I don't know, it's something, it's very hard for me to explain. I'm not very good at explaining those kind of things, but I just want you guys to know just how genuinely true and appreciated all of you are. And again, super fun. With that being said, if you're not in the Discord, link in the description. Definitely join it. We have a lot of great people in there. Even if you just want to lurk, that's another way too to see when my videos go live and just other things that I'm working on. Another thing I wanted to mention as well too, we are closing in on 500 subscribers, which thinking about 500 of you in a room just watching one of my videos is just mind-blowing to me. But we are closing in at 500 subscribers, and with that, we get channel memberships, which is really cool. I don't know if that's something you guys would be interested in. Definitely let me know. But I'll probably get that set up, once we're able to. I believe with the whole monetization thing, you still have to do the watch hours and all that. I've had a lot of really awesome, encouraging words from you guys saying, I could potentially be the next big Minecraft YouTuber, and I don't want to say it's giving me a big head, but it's definitely one of those things that makes me want to keep pushing and making enjoyable content for all you guys. And it's really awesome to feel as welcomed, I guess, like that. And I can't say how much I appreciate you guys day in and day out. you know, it brings a genuine smile to my face with this. But again, Discord, and then of course Sailcraft SMP. Link to the IP will be in the description. You can play on Bedrock and Java. Super fun. Also on the Discord, we have a lot of them in there. A lot of the people from the Discord in there. A lot of cool stuff. You know, if you're into like doing quests and doing all that kind of stuff, it is kind of like RPG focused. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely check that out. And you might not see him again, but like I said, I do try to upload shorts every day of the weekday, so Monday through Friday. So if you've missed those, definitely go ahead and check out my channel, give those a watch, and if that's something you guys are interested in. But until the next video, guys, I will see you guys very soon. Love y'all. Bye bye.